triple DPS, you're not as reliant on your team as if you were in a 3-3. So potentially that's what we might see here. They are lining up the triple DPS, but we'll see if they want to change when they see Hurricanes come.
Yeah, Angry Titans right now just going to hover around spawn. Superfluke here, I'm not sure how much value he's going to get out of a shield, because of course Urki's going to be up in the sky. It's mostly going to be Brucean and Afox who are going to have to hide behind that, and may allow for easy points of ingress for Hafikul for less protected members. Like, you can farm up Urki and Fat in the sky, right? You can even get a hack onto Urki, force him down into... Oh, you got to look up, my buds! Eyes on the sky,
Double
because
direct.
it's going to rain.
And he's dead. Kevster does get traded out, though, so, not the worst thing in the world, but a lack of healing now for British Hurricane, especially in the AoE front. But because Bog's on the Ana, they should be okay. With Kevster going down, he's not going to be able to build up ult charge either. We'll see if they want to capitalize off this. Doesn't look like they do. Urki's too scared of that hack as well, Harry.
Yeah, he's also playing...
Well, he doesn't need to be scared anymore.
No, Brucean got rid of him.
And Brucean got another kill. Okay, so Bog's now dead as well.
Welcome to the team, I guess.
Welcome to the team and welcome to Contenders. Well, okay, Urki... All right, okay, stop casting, Harry. It's done. Let's go again.
This match is over.
British Hurricane, they're going to be fine. Brucean taking out 2 team, I got him. And Numlock find another kill. Okay,
I think it's all going to be all
and there it is.
That was one of the most messy fights I've ever seen. Like, it looked for so long like Angry Titans are about to win. Brucean gets 2 headshots. Oh, we got 2 picks, guys. Almost 3 picks. If he's still coming back. What are we going to do? Well, Urki's going to murder himself. Whoops. Well, he's almost got a barrage though. So that's for murder himself. Actually does a lot of damage. We'll have to see if we can get some value out of that. In fact, can push everyone forward here using this Valkyrie, but it will force Urki to be closer to the ground so we can get that beam split.
Soon he gets pulled down from the high ground. Still got to be careful though. Urki with a barrage, like you said, but he's going to get hacked. Oh. He's on the floor now, and now he has to contest with the best. Sooner's going to be there, and an easy 1-2 from Hurricane. Going to be able to clean him up. That's the key target they want to go for. You can't barrage, and you can't do anything if you're on the ground as Farah. Angry Titans now burning away. 2 minutes their time bank. They've only got 2 to spare. And Hurricane, got so many good ults coming online. Got EMP. That the grab's going to come online as well.
And you can use the translocator with the EMP to make sure Urki and Fat just fall out of the sky. Numlock didn't get much value off of his off his Earth Shadow at all.
There's the EMP. Urki's not going to get hit, but the rest of his team do. Superfluke instantly goes down. The Justice will rain, but will it rain for long? No, it will not, is the answer to that question. Sooner taking him out the air. Not before he can kill Jofi, but he will be back in no time at all, as he is the Lucio. A lot of ults thrown in, but gave Sooner time to build up his own ult. Plus, they got Nano to fall back on as well. Angry Titans now swapping up almost entirely. Lose half of their ult economy.
And they're going to need Superfluke on that shield. It's their only possible defense here for Sooner and this Graviton Surge. Numlock will still be able to swing through with a Nano Boost as well, which is going to do a lot of damage. Potentially, Kevster can be quick on the draw here. If he manages to get rid of Sooner with that hack, make sure he can't use that Graviton Surge, this could be an opportunity for Angry Titans. They've only got like 1 or 2 opportunities left. They've only got 1 minute and 10 seconds. Kevster, right now, just waiting, wants to try and catch the engage.
He's keeping an eye on Bok, though. EMP's going to come out, make sure he hits him so the Nano can't be applied. Numlock instantly goes down. The grab's going to come in, but that's still a lot of healing coming through from the side of AT, and they do stay alive. There was so much damage from Danid and Sooner. Nano eventually gets applied, and you've got to be scared of the Zarya now. He finds one as Kevster also falls in the back, and now he can just carve through the rest of AT and build up towards another ult. He already has 50% on there, and AT are now down to final fight territory.
Havikul's almost got another EMP as well, and Sooner, like you said, he's building up towards another grab. This is so bad for Angry Titans. They've got basically nothing. It's going to be Fat who's the closest right now. That's a slow building ultimate, and they're making an early engage. This could be a pick. This could be what they need.
Big fire grenade though, Danid, Numlocked. They were all purple, easy kills. EMP's going to come out there. Brucean with the triple. Now Sooner has to go clutch. He has to be able to pick off people here and get healed up as well. No one's there ready to help him. Bok had to scurry for cover 2. Hafikul has fallen down. Hurricane can go for the recontest as Sooner is full HP, and Bok has that beat.
Jofi, can you stand by? No, this is definitely Angry Titans right now. If it's not, I will eat my hat that doesn't exist.
Well, we'll buy you a hat, Harry, and then we can eat it later on. A Fox is going to go down and is still winnable, or at least British Hurricane thinks so. Superfluke and Numlock get a kill of their own, but it is Numlock trying to jump onto the cart. It doesn't work, though. He dies before he hits the ground. OT was triggered, but AT managed to fight their way onto the point and claim the payload.
I don't know how they managed to do that. That was a very impressive selection of brawling there from Angry Titans. And not only that, over the course of that fight, they built up so much, they got 5 ultimates ready to go. And British Hurricane, nearly the same. Bokkie just hits a few healing shots. It's going to be all-out carnage in this next fight. It's going to be all about who expends more. Because even if they win that fight, they may well be giving up the next one when they're up against such a huge ultimate bank. Kevster for now, he's trying to find Yofi. Maybe they can force out an early sound barrier here by using their own to engage.
HappyCool already finds a pick onto Afox. Maybe Kevster doesn't want to do anything at all. No, there you go. Instantly teleports back when he knows he can't get the hack onto Numlock because of that bubble coming through from the Xayah.
So what I was talking about when it comes to the sound barrier is that HappyCool doesn't yet have EMP. So this means Fat's got a huge advantage. He can use an aggressive sound barrier. He can engage. And Yofi will feel the pressure to be like, oh, I'll sound barrier a second, then we'll win the fight because we'll have a more overshield. And that's when Kevster will strip it all away with the EMP. You've got to get in the other Lucio's head, not only as a Sombra, but as an enemy Lucio. You've got to keep them scared.
Suna's got the grab on the high ground as well. Trying to rain death from above. Can he actually connect with anybody? That is the question. Super Blue's in the front line and he's claiming a lot of space for himself, but he's more isolating himself here in the front. Doesn't want anybody else to kind of get sucked into the vortex. Super Blue's going to go fairly low as well. EMP's going to come out. It hits Suna in the top side, but the beat's going to come through from Hurricane to save them. That Shadow didn't quite hit its mark. It hit the Nano Rhyme, but there's not a lot of damage to follow it up on. A big bio grenade from AT might seal the deal though, but an instant reshatter from Numlocked does send Super Blue packing.
That's a beautifully timed nano boost as well. Saved Super Fluke from the charge, but he's hacked and he's not having a good time at all. Unfortunate right there. And you saw Angry Titan scattering when they saw Numlocked get nano because he had the tick above his head. Like we said, Sombra provides huge amounts of information by showing available ultimates, and they saw that above Numlocked head. He's got the Earth Shadow ready to go. We got to hide away. And unfortunately, it was just a solo shadow onto Super Fluke. Nothing that he could do. British Hurricane, though, invested heavily in that last fight. They're going to have 3 ultimates for the next one. The same for Angry Titans. They've got ready to go the Graviton Surge, but they're going to be dealing with both a Grav and an EMP.
EMP needs to come out rather quickly. The Graviton Surge coming out from Suna, and HappyCool in the back line with the EMP. He's going to land it as well. That's a whole lot of damage on that Grav. Numlock claims 2, but Super Fluke is going to claim Suna. Now Numlock doesn't have the defensive tools really needed. Bruceon is going to go crazy once again. An AT now man advantage. British Hurricane threw almost everything into that fight, but Numlock couldn't get his shadow off. He was hacked and instantly taken care of. All the supports dying on the payload for for British Hurricane, sorry. HappyCool is going to gain some more ult charge, but having to retreat. For British Hurricane, they've got a clear wink on now. Just push AT off the cart, and then they win the game.
That's exactly what we need to do. Earth Shadow, EMP. Angry Titans need to catch out Numlocked here. Don't let him use the ultimate. Numlocked needs to be quicker on the draw right here. If he can just stun some people before he's hacked, we'll be able to move forward. But for Nano, Bocket's got to stay far away. Numlocked and Bocket can't get both caught in the same EMP. That's Kevster's mission.
EMP's coming out. Numlocked and Yofi's going to get caught. Box using that nano boost on Numlocked to make sure he doesn't suffer any more damage. Shadow's going to hit the ground. A beautiful nade to follow it up. Danet's life swiftly eradicated as OT is still ticking down. Numlock can move round the shield and round the payload, lands a big shatter, finds the pin as well. That's going to be Super Blue tanking that one. An easy cleanup now for HappyCool and Suna. But Kevster and Bruceon, 2-man wrecking crew now coming through for AT. He receives the nano boost as well. Bruceon coming up big once again. It's 0.1 all over. This is Bruceon. At least 2 kills in these fights, surviving, receiving the nano, and getting mad value out of all the people, out of the health bars of all the British Hurricane who was so low at the end of that. He's going to work himself up towards another grab.
Bruceon's being so impressive as a Xayah right now. We've mostly known him as a diva. We know that he can flex as well. HappyCool desperately needs to try and build up towards the CMP. There's very little time available here for Angry Titans. If it completes, it's once again going to be an overtime. But they're channeling their inner bazooka puppy jaws. They are overtime warriors. Look at Danet up on the top. He can try and get a shield bash onto Super Fluke, put him in a bad situation, but Bruceon, he can rescue all of this. The Graviton Surge is going to be ready to go.
Grab's coming in from Bruceon. He's taking a whole heap of damage, but so's HappyCool. He ends up going down. That grab on the mega health bar was pretty good for AT as they hacked it away as well. Extra health for them. No health remaining for British Hurricane. Again, they've still got another fight in this. There's 30 seconds remaining, Harry. They got that EMP. They got the grab. They got the beat. The rally's coming up too. AT have got some answering ults, but it's how they play with this EMP. Kevster cannot get hacked here.
2 MPs on the field, 20 seconds in the bank. This is all about who's going to be quicker on the draw. You cannot afford to get hacked here if you are the Sombra. You want to get the hack off. You want to get that Graviton off as well.
EMP's coming in. That nano boost can't come out either. Bock is going to have to get saved by that beat. A Graviton Surge on the high ground does execute one. Fat falling here, and Super Luke actually getting hacked. He lays down the shadow, but a counter one from Numlocked. He tries to go for the pin, does miss, but still swinging away. OT is now ticking through for AT. British Hurricane have men on the points and a spawn closer than AT, so they can't fall back on anything. OT still coming out, and a clutch beat comes through from AT to force them back in this fight.
Numlock's in a bit of trouble, but no more ops are on the point right now. Bruceon's almost got himself a grab.
Yeah, but he got slept though. Harry and Urki and Super Luke already go down. The grab's going to come out, but they haven't got the damage to now follow it up. A perfect sleep by Doc Bok does make sure Bruceson was a non-factor in that fight. OT ticks through, and AT are held just before third.
And you can see the respect that's coming through right now. Bruceson, he needs to be slept, he needs to be contained. We thought this guy was a diva main, but apparently he's all about the Zarya, and he's channeling all that energy so much. He's putting so much work in. He seems to be clutching out all of these fights. For fights where you don't target Bruceson is where Bruceson gets all the room to do what he wants.
He got a triple kill on first, a double kill with the nano on the second. That is what they want to see from their new Zarya player. AT now on the defense. They need to clutch this map out, Harry. They need to win to keep themselves in the series because of that draw on Paris, which looked such a good map for AT. And now puts British Hurricane once again in the driving seat of the series.
They claim this map, they can claim themselves for series, that much is for certain. No opportunity for a draw on Escort, barring the most strange circumstances available where no one moves the car at all. Angry Titans, they're going to be coming out on the defense now. They need a stalwart defense, and they're going to be going for the same composition British Hurricane did. We may see a mirror here. They want to have the... to try and go for that mirror fight, which is quite interesting because you'd assume British Hurricane would have the synergy advantage when you're going for the same composition. But what I'm seeing right now from Superfluke is the most impressive, non-impressive gameplay ever.
Very good. Okay.
His entire purpose at the moment is just to tank everything. Everything goes to Superfluke. You've got to make sure that he's just got all of British Hurricane's attention because you just want Bruceson to be untouched. Like, Superfluke's getting bullied in a corner, but while you're bullying him, his big brother's coming up and he's about to kick you in the hiney.
This is so unlike the finals, it kind of pains a little bit. AT broke the curse back in Season 1. 4-1 scoreline at the end of it all. British Hurricane, an unchanged monster. ATR, they've got 3 new people on the roster. Bruceson fitting in so well. But British Hurricane, with the synergy that's been together with them for what feels like eons now, he's just coming up so clutch. Happy trying to go for this sneaky play around the side, maybe pressure out the point a little bit.
A hack on Kevster is his highest value play. If he can get a hack on Kevster and they all manage to get on him, that's an early pick and a free win.
Oh, they managed to spot him out. So Happy forcing to retreat there onto the top of the roof of the little Cafe Flavella. I don't even know what that kind of building is or would be used for, to be fair. I know it's got some kegs at the top, but that's about it. AT now retreating down to the point. They want to claim high ground once again. Numlock falling pretty low. Hurricane trying to force them off.
Angry Titans want to be able to make their own engagement right here. Look at how well Rocket's playing behind down edge shield. Just a mini Reinhardt coming into the fore.
Bruceon's going to get slept again on the back line, and no shield for Superfluke now. You said it before. As soon as you contain Bruceon, British Hurricane can run over the front line, and did just that. Erky Fat, they're already gone. Hurricane claiming this point quick, sharp. If they can just clear out Bruceon. There we go. They finish him off in the end. 2 minutes 40 remains. They're going to have some extra change in their pocket after this one as well, as they do end up capping.
That's a play, right? They're just like, Bruceon just keeps winning these.
Bruceon's pretty good at the game. Yeah, we sleep him, he can't do anything.
Just make sure that he's having a nap. He can have a quick sleep while we kill the rest of Angry Titans, and we'll deal with Bruceon by himself. It's going to be EMP advantage for Kevster. He needs to try and hit this early, make sure British Hurricane cannot use the ultimate bank that they've built up over the course of that fight, give an opportunity for Bruceon and Superfluke to get themselves online so they can win in future fights as well. We've got to know where Kevster is right now. Hafikle's going to be on the lookout, doesn't want to get hacked.
But he's so close to his own EMP, he's only 7% away. A couple more hits onto the Ana, might just be it, but he's actually translocated back now. This could be the go button for AT to press. Doesn't look like it though. The hack does come through. That's a big EMP onto 3 members of AT. Superfluke's going to get stunned up. Shadow's going to get laid down as well. But now they've kind of run out of gas in their tank. They got that armor building up, but AT, they got all the answers. Superfluke ends up getting slept, but with Trophy falling here, British Hurricane, they're fighting a losing battle almost.
Angry Titans have so many answers right now. They can EMP without fear. Maybe they'll just wait for Yofi to get that sound barrier. They can try and mark him so that he cannot try and answer.
This might just be a vanilla fight from British Hurricane. Well, it's going to have to be, really. That Shadow coming out from Superfluke's going to be good, but a nano onto Numlock to save his life. Bruceon does end one person's life, but a grab coming through from British Hurricane, determined to win, but an instantaneous counter grab coming through from AT to seal the deal. They do wipe the floor with British Hurricane, but Hurricane made AT use a lot in that fight. They only came in with one ultimate. They got a couple for the next, and AT now, look at their ult bank, looking pretty bare.
Yeah, huge amount of investment required there. Usually you just want to be using the Earth Shadow and the EMP, use that to build up your grab. You can use that in the next fight. Oh, everyone was on Kevster right there. Really wants to get that early pick. And Hafikle and Kevster, you know they're going to be looking for hacks on each other, so they can't translocate away. Numlock has once again ready to go. That's Earth Shadow, but can't use it while he's hacked. There needs to be a lot of damage on the Super.
Look, he's marching. He's looking for it. He can smell blood in the water. Super Luke, you have to remove his shield first, and then maybe you can lay that hammer down. He's going to walk past him, checking him every single time he goes, but Super Luke is going to back up. He's taking a fair bit of damage himself. Numlock ends up getting hacked, but a beautiful EMP coming out from Happy Cool. The nano's going to get applied, but is it actually going to be enough? They got a shadow of their own now. Numlock is going to go fairly low, but takes out Fat regardless. A nice flame strike through the shield of Super Luke ends Bruce's life. And Hurricane will get the payload moving once more.
5-man EMP. What more can you ask for? Kevster is now going to have his turn. It's all about the EMPs when we come to these fight straws. They often just cheat the ultimate economy because you're like, okay, we'll get ourselves a free fight win. Usually if someone gets caught without them, once again, there's going to be a duel of wills between Yofi and Kevster. How long can Yofi stand to not play the game while he hides away, making sure Kevster can't get him with that hack? You may see a manual hack onto Yofi first. He's in the back. Left-hand side.
Doesn't want to get hacked. Kevster's got the EMP, can unleash it at any moment. The car is still moving, but now being contested. EMP's going to come out, but Fat's already dead. It's going to be a beat from Hurricane. Jofi saving the team. The hammer strikes the ground, but Numlocked is so chunky in the front that everybody's scared to walk past him. Super Blue jumps into him and instantly gets killed. Yofi may have gone down for Hurricane, but they got the ults to back them up with. A Graviton Surge being used. The shadow goes wide, but look at the cleave from AT. That was all they needed in the end. Bruceson wasn't contained, and they managed to win the fight.
Urki on the Brigida. I'm just going to steal a phrase from Hexagram's support, by the way. A lot of cleave coming through from there. Just too much to heal for in this instance. And Kevster, he managed to brawl out so hard in that fight, he's almost got himself another EMP. 60% of the weight, only 17% behind Haffical, who got hacked in that initial barrage. And now British Hurricane, they've only got the Graviton Surge to play with right here. They're going to have to make something work with it, but there's very little to answer it from Angry Titans. This can be exactly what is required, especially if they can get an engagement before Kevster can get this EMP ready to go, because Haffical will outdo him when it comes to the charge available.
Nope. Robson was checking themselves there. Grab's going to come out. iFox trying to do his best to keep everybody alive with the Bardic rifle. Has got the nano available as well. Throws out the sleeve. Doesn't quite find anybody just yet, but Super Luke always falling so low. The Shadow's going to hit the ground. Nano boost gets applied as well as that beat, and now they can just swing freely, but the big EMP is going to be absolutely massive. Two words I never thought I'd say in the same sentence, Harry. It's big, it's huge, and it's one ugly Earth Shatter from an Unlocked as well. AT falling by the wayside. Sooner trying to keep them all from touching the payload. They managed to clear them off in the end. Fox goes down, and British Hurricane will cap the points.
And it was so important that Haffical managed to get a hack onto Kevster. Kevster had the EMP available, but every someone knows how it works, right? You get hacked, you can't use your ultimate, so no EMP is going to be available until that hack wears off. And then it wears off and you're desperate to win that fight, right? You want to end this here. I'm just going to throw out the EMP. You're already at a disadvantage. You're going to get outbrawled by the greater numbers of British Hurricane, who are going to have the advantage on the nano boost yet again. And we've seen where those go time after time. It goes on to the Reinhardt. Attempted assassination. And there's the rest of the team as well.
Someone help Bok, please. He's got so many people on top of him. Bruson's going to try and dive him, but ends up killing himself by accident. Numlock's going to find a kill as well. This is Hurricane just capitalizing on the fact that the hack went onto Bok in the end of it all. They're moving this payload up now, claiming so much space.
Yeah, bait one this time, managing to bring everyone from Angry Titans in. Their aggression was punished, and we didn't get a huge amount of ultimate charge off of that. We're going to see a Nano Rhine into a Graviton Surge. It's going to be so hard for Angry Titans to hang on to this point, to this series.
Graviton
they can win it
Surge
all here.
is going to come in. Someone needs to touch the payload, though. Not going to find anything just yet. Numlock was swinging in with the Nano. He's got an Earth Shatter, but he got instantly hacked. And now Angry Titans trying to claim space of their own. They've got a Nano to back them up on. Urki's going to use that rally and give everybody armor as well, but it's all on the Shadows. This is it. Haffical throwing out the EMP. The Shadow can strike the ground at any moment, and Nano onto Super Blue to keep him alive, but he can't keep alive from that much longer. A Bio Grenade's going to be good to keep him up for longer, but a counter EMP from Kevster, but it could be too late. Numlock just runs through everybody, and British Hurricane will secure Hollywood and the series.
What great presence of mind there from Yofi as well. He knew that somehow in this fight there was going to be an EMP coming out from the enemy, so the entire time he's sort of like, okay, I'm just going to like semi-AFK this one. I'm just going to be in the background for sound barrier ready to go. You get the big EMP, you're like, okay guys, we can do this errata. What in the world is that? That is 750 overshield on everybody. There's no follow-up available. And I like that we're seeing a different kind of the sort of like nano boost or rather the EMP into Shadow. We're seeing the EMP, and then more patience. You wait for the Nano Boost to come out because you want to see more of its uptime being wasted by that Shadow, because you know that the enemy are afraid of getting Earth Shadowed by you, right? Then when they're EMP'd, they're going to have that on their minds.
Well, with that, Hurricane do claim the series. It's currently 2-0 as well. We're going to jump to a fourth map in just a moment. Do not go anywhere. Hey guys, welcome back. Map number 4 on your screens very soon. With that win on Hollywood, does mean Hurricane do actually take the series. We did see a draw on Paris as well. Plus, Harry, they got their revenge.
Yeah, we got a little bit of revenge for that final that was casted a couple of months ago. Though it isn't quite the same AT. They were sort of like picked apart by a couple of North American organizations, of course, and Spectral's kind of making his own way now, but we do still have to play out Rialto because both of these guys are they're in that danger zone. They're in 5th and 6th place at the moment. Obviously, Hurricane's going to shoot on up. They're going to have another series win on the board, but every map counts. We're getting towards the zone now where we know who can potentially make playoffs and who's going to be in a very poor position for that. And Angry Titans, can't believe I'm saying this, they're 1-3.
Yeah, with -1 map differential as well. Looking pretty scary for AT. At least clinch this map out to make sure you get another point on the board. That's what they're hoping for currently. Rialto, though, Harry, it's a tough map to push it through first. We all know it. We all love it as well. I think Rialto is a very fun map to play, to be honest. For a lot of support players, of course, you can go for those crazy boops. Hurricane, they're on the defense. Angry Titans, they want to start on the offense. After losing that map, they want to set the pace car.
A favorite of Lucio's everywhere, that much is to be certain. I'm sure Funny Astro definitely has very nice dreams of this map.
Yeah, to be fair, Yofi, literally anybody, right? Any Lucio player likes hitting those massive montage moments of booping people into the river.
I wonder if Angry Titans here are going to be a little bit more effective than they were on Hollywood first. I anticipate British Hurricane, just going to roll out on the defense with that same composition. And this was very effective for defending Hollywood first. It took to overtime for Angry Titans to actually capture that point. And this is potentially even more defensively favored than Hollywood first, right?
I think so. I'm trying to think what kind of health packs he can hack here. There's not going to be like a crazy amount of value. There's a couple of minis kind of scattered here and there, but it is about the... it is going to be about the manual hacks onto the Reinhardt, the Zaya, for example. We talked about how they're trying to contain Bruceon, and they're doing a fantastic job of it so far. Yeah,
they need to contain Bruceon. He's just doing so much damage right now. They are going to go for that mirror composition. We'll have to see if it's going to work out. It looks like no cheeky boops at the moment. You can see that Urki's staying up high, wants to try and catch out any Lucios who may attempt that. He's actually going to make the crossing right now. He knows that someone may be up there. It's Zander this time, not going to get the assassination, but that is where the Discord orb has been applied. Maybe they're looking to try and change up their target priority.
Oh, Numlock got booped into the front line. Easy kill for Bruceon to clean that one up. AT now moving forward. Zander was on the high ground. Like you said, there's one boop at least. Yovi gets killed for it, but he gets 1 point on the board. Easy.
AFOX just getting rusted up there. Omnix, unfortunately, going to be suffering from that. And it's all like caught in no man's land right now.
He can contest the payload from up here. Yep. So he's just going to do that. No space is being gained.
If he loses his life, though,
he's not losing his life. Look, he's doing fine. His shield eventually goes down, but Harry, he stalled for a lot of time there. Zander actually finds a kill onto Fat too.
Yeah, and already a minute has elapsed for Angry Titans here. Haven't moved too far, but they have got through that first 90-degree bend. Now it's going to potentially be the second or in this final area, which British Hurricane have to contest. But this stall out here did allow Havikor to get the premium on generating the EMP. And we've seen just how good this can be, especially against the Zenyatta. You strip away all the shields, you can get an instant assassination if you do it near that Zenyatta.
Hey, Fox and Nuki going pretty low, though. Still got to be careful. Havikor beat on EMP online. No beat available. There you go. Everybody hacked. Super Blue instantly bionated. And the rest is history. No escaping from that one, unfortunately. But AT have got lots to come back with. Zander's using the rally there as well. I'm not entirely sure about that. That armor, of course, on this patch will fade away after 30 seconds. That's going to be one less tool for them to use in this next engagement.
Yeah, I really like having a rally in reserve as well, because it's not an ultimate that's cancelled by EMP, which means that you can have a lot more sustainability when there are no abilities active. When your team gets EMP, they still have that stacking armor, especially against the small arms fire of the Sombra. You can see Kevster right now up in the air. He knows exactly where Havikor can actually translocate back up to, so there's a potential here, because he's right next to the translocator. He can force out
Numlock going for an extremely aggressive push. He's actually going to shatter the back line too. Kevster actually gets taken down in amongst all of this chaos. So AT actually burned a Transcendence there. And what a perfect engagement there from British Hurricane. They send Numlocked in and a Hail Mary charge, nano in, and it forces AT to use ults.
Yeah, because you know the internal timing of your enemy, right? You know that Kevster's got EMP ready to go. Surely, AFOX going to move over now onto the Ana, but when you know that you're against that EMP, you're like, okay, we're just going to not let them choose the engagement. We're going to choose our own engagement and get an early attack. And Unlock's already halfway to another Earth Shadow. We're going to potentially see the combination once more of the EMP into Earth Shadow.
Nice detection on Kevster. Still going to use that ultimate though, even though everybody could scurry for cover. Graviton Surge coming out from Suna. That Shadow's going to hit the ground, but no one's going to be there to actually receive that stun. Super Fluke and Numlock now trying to duel it out. Here's another grab straight on top of the tanks, and EMP's going to come through as well, but it's a super good EMP mixed with the Shadow. I didn't even see Havikor go into the animation. He kind of stood there, EMP'd. I'm not sure that Angry Times were expecting either.
He literally T-posed an EMP on them.
That's what I was thinking. Normally I do look for the animations when it comes to those ults, but with that going in, it's like, well, Numlock, you can shatter now because they're swinging in.
See, I don't think Yofi needs to use the sound barrier as much there. I think that one was a little bit of an overinvest. That means Fat's got a huge advantage here. Angry Titans, they've got aggression on their side and they need to take it in their stride. They can't allow for British Hurricane to choose the engagement here. When you choose the engagement with the hack of a Sombra, you are in a very good situation. Super just needs to claim this space. Look, they're hacking Bruceon again. They don't want those bubbles. Don't give them a charge.
Super now dashing forwards. Numlock is going to be hacked. Nano comes out as well. Now he's in trouble. Numlock's going to have to dodge far, well, even further back than that, my son. Superfluke does temper the aggression for the time being. They are moving around the corner now, but Suna now has the grab. He ends up throwing it out, catching a few people, but that Shadow's going to be good. Now British Hurricane cannot actually do anything. In fact, it wasn't even a Shadow, Harry. That was a sleep dart straight onto Numlocked. Another beautiful sleep onto Superfluke this time around, but now overtime is in session. Hurricane still holding this corner fast.
Box got the nano ready to go. If he puts it onto Numlocked, it could be the best.
EMP's coming out. Numlocked's going to get nano, but can he do anything? I'm not entirely sure because Danid already goes down. He's going to get hacked as well. He does receive the bubble, but there's now so little damage for British Hurricane. They're hoping for a miracle. This Shadow hits the ground, and Urki just survives with the help of the bio grenade. Yofi gets booped into the Riviera, and AT are going to be able to clean this one up as soon as they kill Numlocked off. Overtime was all that they needed. That racing heartbeat, as you know, the game could be over in any second, has been the signal point for AT to come online.
Same story as Hollywood, and the same story again for Bruce, and doing so much work here, and he's almost got himself yet another Graviton Surge. Of course, what we haven't talked about so much is the lack of divas means that these Zaryas can basically throw out their Gravitons at whatever point they would like. There's no chance of it. It's getting eaten just at long range. Maybe a Reinhardt will put up his shield in front of it and try and force it to be activated earlier. We're going to watch EMP come out first though from Happycool.
There's a rally from Urki trying to find the boop into Numlocked, into the river. Doesn't quite find it, but that's a whole lot of damage heading his way. Bok is going to be able to kill A-Fox. The armor pack didn't reach him in time. It's of course a projectile, but Bok's actually going to find two. Can he find anything more? I'm not entirely sure. It's looking like it right now. Urki's going to get bio-grenaded as well. As soon as saw his back was turned to him, instantly takes him out. And what looked like a very good fight from AT there, killing off Numlock first, is turned completely around by Doc Bok.
Yeah, and it's going to be very hard for him to move forward. Only Rally was really invested in that fight from Danid right there. Happycool was going to be able to combine with Numlocked again. This is sort of like the self-destruct into Graviton combo of old. That's the new one. It's now EMP into Earth Shadow. They've got to try and get people there as the hack.
Very early EMP. I don't think they need any more ults. Superfluke, yeah, they're all dead. It's all over. Reset, go again. 1 minute now remains. That was the perfect ult investment there for British Hurricane. Use one ult, farm everybody else up, and earn some more.
Now what you want to look at right now is Bucket and Yofi. Where they're going to position themselves right now, because it's super important they don't both get hacked. Yofi may position himself in the stairwell or in the opposite building to Bucket, so that there's very little ability to catch both of them in a single area of effect. You can see he's playing around this doorway. Very easy to avoid an incoming EMP.
Going to find a boop. Superfluke almost takes a dip in the water. Nice little counter charge there. Superfluke's going to get pushed once again, and Yofi finds the kill. What a perfect engagement yet again for British Hurricane.
They're almost out of time. They're going to have a mini regroup here, wait for the respawn of Superfluke. There it is. They need to try and combine again. But Yofi and Bucket, they're so hard to get in one place, but now you don't have to worry about the nano boost at least. Bucket has used that. You've got to worry about the Graviton Surge. Instead, Suna's going to be able to be seen by Kevster right here. They're looking for the Lucio.
They're trying to find, the Lucio. They need to be able to make sure they strip those shields away or deny him of actually using the ultimate. He's got him. There he is, but he's still hiding in the stairwell. EMP comes out. The beat comes through from Yofi. Numlocked is safe for now. Graviton Surge comes out, but Numlocked is going to get hit by a Shadow. Another grab come through as well, but there's no follow-up from AT. There's nothing left in the tank. Hurricane dashing forwards. They're going to kill the rest of them off. Overtime's going to tick through, and Hurricane are going to halt AT just after the first point.
I hate to be a negative Nancy Jules, but that was a terrible EMP. He just put it straight into a pillar, and that means he didn't even hack Bucket, who was right in front of him. The AoE wasn't there. He only catch a couple of people on the ground. That's unacceptable for such an important ultimate. If you're playing this 3-2-1 comp, you need the value from the EMP. That's the only way you're going to have sustained wins of fights, because you've got to be able to roll these ultimates. Go Graviton, EMP Earth Shatter, Graviton, EMP Earth Shatter. And you need to be able to get those supports. You didn't get any, so you didn't get anything from EMP.
Think about how much time they actually burnt off as well on the side of British Hurricane. They managed to find two very, very good picks in the preceding fights.
And two people managed to stall out the cart at the start for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, Dano was on the high ground, holding shield, on the high ground, not doing anything. I repeat, on the high ground.
Support, by the way.
Nothing you can really do to get up to him. It's like, okay, could try and boot him down maybe, but we haven't got a diva.
Just invest for Translocator, go all the way in.
Yeah, right. It's a really tough situation, and Danid playing that out so well, stalled for more time. And like I said, in the two preceding fights before the map ended, they managed to pick Superfluke twice. Once with an EMP investment, and then another one with a beautifully placed bio grenade. As soon as the bio grenade comes out, you're relying on your Zaya to back you up. If those bubbles are not there anymore and not available, the fight's all over. Superfluke's going to die. He actually got booped into the river as well. There was nothing left of him.
And something else that's super cool about Bockett's positioning, we're up on that high ground veranda, means that even if he does get hit by the EMP, if you go for EMP Shatter combo, he's on high ground. He's not going to get hit by that Shatter, and while he's up, that's a huge amount of single-point healing that's going into the Reinhardt they're trying to kill first. Not only that, he can throw out that Pollitt grenade if he manages to avoid the hack, and when he's next to that pillar, there's a good chance that it'll interrupt the line of sight like we saw before. Fat right now, playing for Lucio Ninja. Will he get an early boot? That could be a little bit tilting for British Hurricane if they become the victim, but looks like he's going to get out of dodge quickly.
Yeah, he wants to be able to trap Daned in here. He's going to help his Brigitte as well. Brigitte, I was going to say.
Brianna, as Hexa said.
Oh, there we go. Everybody's getting it wrong. Big bio grenade again, actually. Exana's just been so good. This time from A-Fox. Does land onto Numlocked. Yeah, I don't think you're going to survive long there, Daned, unfortunately. Obviously, give Kevster a lot of time there to actually build up a lot of ult as well. Not too bad of a start for AT.
Aggressive hold here as well. They made sure that the cart would get off the bridge so that British Hurricane don't have any physical cover to keep themselves away from boops while they're crossing over this area right here. Urki may be keen to try and go for one as well, the same as
Did he get it? Oh, ever so close. Doesn't manage to find it just yet. Very early engagement. They got to, though. Superluke and Brucean have been anti-naded, and even a hack as well. Brucean's not been able to play the game. He's going to go extremely low, but still has the healing to back him up.
One of the first manual hacks I've seen onto a Reinhardt. Numlocked, however, ready to go. Look at the premium of ult charge he's got. He's got twice as much as Super Fluke.
Both EMPs going to come online as well. Kevs has got his Happy Call 1% away. He's going to have that online just naturally. There we go. He's hiding away. Maybe goes for the counter as well. Kevster can throw this in aggressively, trying to get people off the high ground, but British Hurricane playing rather smart here. They're playing on high. They know they can leave their supports up there.
Angry Titans as well. They're playing spread out. Don't all want to get caught in one EMP. They've got to decide when to take this engagement. Kevster right now playing very passively. He doesn't have much to gain from just plinking away with that machine pistol. And for now, just keep Superluke topped up. We can just burn this clock. Time is on our side.
Coming in, though, straight up in the air. Daned, Suna, Yofi in trouble. Bio grenade landed as well. And now Superluke can swing for the fences. He's going to get stunned and pushed away. And all this meanwhile, actually, Yofi managed to assassinate Urki somehow on the side. A good start from AT. They got stuff to really use in the next engagement, but Bruce needs to become unhacked. A big kill onto Happy Call, and the Shadow's going to be big. Everybody sent on their backs. AT coming up massive. A Graviton Surge has been exchanged, but still British Hurricane fighting. They send out the beating kill off Kevster as well.
Numlocked, he needs to survive here, but he's been anti-healed. Someone needs to get it, but there's the repair pack.
Beautiful repair pack as soon as that anti-nade wore off, and they're still pushing the payload around the corner. A sleep onto Numlocked won't result in much, because guess what? He's taking a trip.
Angry Titans have got 2 support ultimates to try and defend it here. This is their best chance to do it. Fat has the advantage of the sound barrier to a huge degree.
The Superluke's going really low. He needs something. Can he do something fast? He didn't get it in time, and Numlocked now doesn't have to worry about anything. A beat coming through from AT to save the point, but they haven't got a shield to hide behind. They were lucky Brig was there to shield the rest of the team, but it is Hurricane and Numlocked leading the charge forwards. A-Fox uses that nano, but they need this initial kill. A perfect pin onto the Brig and an instant kill for Numlocked.
Superluke is back, but they're all dead. They're singed, they're burned. They're caught in the inferno of British Hurricane, who have 3 minutes and 30 seconds of that beat, Jaws. It was way too late. It needed to be there. You need to save Superluke. But there was no overshield. There was no EMP to strip it away either. They need to get on track with what they want to play here. And look at that box of victory. It's so close.
They're pushing up really far as well. I don't think A-Fox was actually in LOS of Superluke either. He was so low. If he got the nano, that would have been a lot of healing too.
What is going on right now? British Hurricane, they're in a commanding position. The EMP, the Earth Shatter, and the Graviton Surge all going to be available for this final fight as this cart moves in. You can see Happy Call, he's holding back, doesn't want to get caught in an EMP right here, but he is quite close to Bucket, so there's a potential that he may get...
He's going to throw it in. There's the EMP. Shadow's going to hit Urki. He sends in the Transicator. Big EMP's going to come out. Fat and Kevster can't do all of anything, and neither can Superluke. An instant grab on them. See you later. Ult's disappearing. AT as well. British Hurricane claim Rialto and the series 3-0.
And could this be British Hurricane's current best composition? We know that they need to really find their rhythm in this sort of like season. They weren't looking very good in the standings, 1 and 2. Now going up to 2 and 2, so congratulations to them. Could 3-2-1 really be where they have their powerhouse, utilizing Happy Call's ability as a DPS to go and flex over? Could be where they are going to try and make their resurgence in the season up into the top seedings.
Well, this is the comp we talked about at the very start of the season quite extensively. The comp that is really shaping the way the meta's currently played. The Sombra Goats coming up way bigger than just standard 3-3 currently. D.Va kind of left by the wayside in what feels like forever. She's never really not been in the meta just because how strong, how much mobility she has, plus the defense matrix. but this Sombra just does so much work and gets so much value just off a single ability. It doesn't even have to be the EMP, Harry. It can just be a manual hack on the main tank, which will draw in so much focus, not only from the supports on your team, that from you've been hacked, and on the enemy team as well, trying to rush down that person in the front line that can't use any of their abilities.
And focus is such an important word there, because the resources you're strain of the enemy team aren't just for healing resources or the abilities that can be used, but also you're taxing the mental bandwidth that they have available. Like, you need to be able to really get a hold of where this Sombra is and how you can defend a hacked member from being picked early, because if you don't defend them, especially if it's a support, it can be a very, very bad situation.
Numlock's have a bit of a time of his life in this series, I've got to say.
So many good pins.
So many good pins and so many good shadows as well. Super Luke's been semi-matching him. It can be a little bit more difficult, especially when your Xayah has been so focused down like Brucein has been. We saw it especially on Hollywood, where sleep after sleep, hack after hack, to make sure he either can't use the grab or, more importantly, in a lot of these fights, use those bubbles to cleanse away anti-nades or just stop a lot of that damage landing on Super Luke's head.
Yeah, there needs to be potentially a little bit more support coming in for Super Luke right here. Like that final fight on Rialto first really was just so confusing to me. You have two support ultimates. You need to win this fight. It's basically going to be your best chance to win a map in this series, and you don't use either of them to keep your main tank up in the primary engagement.
I think AFOX was out of LOS. That's the only answer I can really think of, because your main tank is so low, plus you need to be able to contest that point. You got to throw it on somebody. Ended up throwing it on the Brig, which was doing a lot of work, and Brig is pretty scary when she has nano because she doesn't die.
Another pin, though.
But yeah, another pin from Numlock did save the round, or not even the round, just that point initially. And then they were able to just roll on from there. Hurricane take the series 3-0. 18 not looking like their former selves, but British Hurricane on the rise. We're going to jump to a quick break, guys. Do not go anywhere. We got match number 2 coming up soon.